Hey there, the Skater Advisor here for Ship Magazine and welcome back. Today we have a few recommendations for you to get more flow on your skateboard. You know, it is very important that the way you skate looks natural and organic. For example, have you seen Luan Oliveira's flowness for skating? In skateboarding, the flow is very important, and in this way we need to think that our skateboard is an extension of our body. Then keep that in mind as an introduction of the lesson we are having today. And fellas, welcome to the Shit Skateboard Academy. The flowness you show on your skateboard makes the difference between looking like a noob or looking like a pro. Looking like someone who really knows how to ride a skateboard. Every pro skater was once a noob, so you don't have anything to be ashamed of. Just the fact that you are trying to do something you like, something you love. And get better in that shows the passion and the love you have for this, and that is the only thing that matters. Anyway, we don't have time for more chit chat. Let's go for the tips that are going to make you feel more comfortable with your skateboard. Ready for the recommendations? Let's go for them. Our first recommendation for you: remember that you own your skateboard, not the other way around. Please guys, do not place your board carefully on the floor and then start pushing it. The board, like you, should go with the flow of the streets, the flow of the spot. So instead of doing this, you can try to throw your board while you are running and then jump into it. It's a cooler way to get into your board, and it's also a good way to gain speed. And as you know, speed matters. Remember to put your front foot first and then be careful on the way you put to the front foot. When you first start to practice, this might seem hard, but as you master it, you will look cool on your board. In the grass, you can practice your coordination between your body, your feet, and your board. Grass is a perfect teacher when we are looking for some confidence in skateboarding. Here we have some special movements that you can practice to get on your board before start to pushing. The same goes when it's time to get off the board. Sure, there are many ways to grab your board, some harder than the others, but if you are able to grab your board while you are still moving, this will make you look like you own your board and not the other way around. You can do some interesting movements. A couple of tips for you in this matter could be the classic tail scrape or the pop in the hand catch. We have another video in which we learn how to stop on a skateboard. If you are looking or if you want to learn how to be a master of braking on a skateboard, then we recommend you this video. You can click right here, or if you prefer, you can click the link that we put in the description of this video down below. Second recommendation for you: work on your push. The way you push talks about the skills you have for controlling your skateboard. Here we have some tips for that. Take note. Try to loosen up while you are pushing your skateboard. It is important that you keep all the weight on the foot that is on the board and only smoothly put the other foot on the ground to push. This will give you more control over it and you will be able to move faster. Speaking of that, the faster you move, the better it is, as you will look more stylish and in control. What I'm going to tell you is not a skateboarding rule, but it's a tip that really can help you to improve your flowness and your style in skateboarding. The less you push, the stylish you will look. What we need to know is that pushing in skateboarding is not about quantity, it's about the forcefulness you get into every push you do. Then, instead of pushing like this, you can push with technique, feeling the ground, doing the push in the moment that is really needed. And for this we have a reference, Nia Houston. Let's take a look of one of his casual lines, and please pay attention of how many times is Nia pushing for doing his line.
Keep going!
Nine tricks, high speed, just 3 pushes. That's amazing, Naya. And the question for you is, how many pushes are you doing between 2 tricks? Let's keep that number in mind and let's get better. Now, if you have the option to go to the skate park, let's go there and practice your pushing skills. It's the perfect place to do that. In general, the spots have an ideal connection and space between them. But if you don't want to go to skate park, don't worry. You can practice your pushing skills in the streets too. Just try to be always focused on the environment of the place you are skating. The material of the ground, the speed you are getting with 1 push, then with 2, then with 3, until you develop your skill. With practice and practice, you will be a master of pushing in skateboarding. One of the most important things to take care in our style. And last but not least, our final recommendation for you. Be a master of the basic skateboarding tricks. Ollies, backside 180s, frontside 180s, kick flips, heel flips, shove it. These are the tricks you need to master before trying the crazy stuff. We know that one day you will do that laser flip, but calm down. You need to master the basics first. This will increase your confidence, and as you practice those tricks, you will get the skills to try the harder ones. Master the basics first and then you will be able to do crazy things with your skateboard. And that's it for today, dudes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you learned something new, please share this video with your friends, and in that way we can learn together. Because remember, the shit skateboarding experience talks about community, talks about learning, talks about skateboarding. So good vibes and skate safe.